All right. Good morning, everybody. We're back again. Episode number 11. We are we got a lot of big things happening. Let's first start off with our first announcement is we actually have our shop up. On our if you go to womeninlinux.org and you click on shop, you should then be able to see our new our new um, our new shop on our items that we have out, in terms of like, hey, if you want to get a Women in Linux hat, which I'm excited about. We even got stuff for infants, little onesies, and then if you click through like your home decor, I know you want to see Women in Linux on your sofa, or give someone that's going to college, a clock or something. You have handbags, little totes, little pouch. If you want stationery as well too. So, a variety of items. Once again, let me go back for those that didn't catch that. If you go to womeninlinux.org, right? And then if you hit shop, boom, comes right up. And then you can browse through. All right. That's for the anniversary, and this will probably be the model we'll be following going forward as well too, for our for shopping our merch and so forth, or merchandise as I like to say. All right, got it? Cool. All right, second announcement. At 2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be launching 10 minutes of Go. In other words, those that want to get into programming, those that want to know more about how, setting up your environment for Go, we'll be launching that today at 2 p.m. We have a special guest that'll be doing that. You're not going to learn everything from me, even though I would like to teach everything. But, I got to sleep sometime, and I got to eat, sleep and eat. All right, so but at 2 p.m. today, we'll be launching 10 minutes ago. It's an intro. We want your feedback on that as well too, just like we do every week. We want your feedback, leave comments, and so forth. And last but not least, last announcement. If you ever want to get in touch with Women in Linux, we're on Women in Linux everything social media. We also have Women in Linux Slack group. So you can join us on our Slack group if you want to keep up with everything. And also, last but not least, everybody asks us this information. If you go to meetup.com and click on Women in Linux, right, there's a page out there. And under this page, it will give you what we're currently doing, our study group, our links to everything in terms of like, hey, how can I keep up with what you have going on? This is where you find all that stuff at. So not only do you find it in Slack or whatnot, you also find it here on our meetup page. All right. Got it? Got it. I know you do. All right. So let's get started this week with our latest and greatest. All right. Hope y'all had a good week. I hope everything has been fun. All right. So this week, under IPOs, did you all see that Esports is ready to launch their IPO? All right, Esports. So let's pull up their information on Esports right here. So I'll bring this over. I'll have to bring it over. It's the same one. Cool. All right. So Esports, gambling, which includes Counter-Strike, Go, League of Legends. I like League of Legends. Rocket League, Warcraft 3, and then other, just anything, other things. And they talk about their filings and so forth. Now, what also is part of this is this right here. I think they pronounced it GOGAWI. But this is Esports Betting, right? So getting into the whole betting arena as well too. where you can watch esports tournaments live and bet. So get your get your stuff together. I would not be surprised, and I gotta double check this if they aren't launching Bitcoin under this as well too, where you could probably bet with Bitcoin and so forth. All right. So what jobs are being out there for this esports? Right. So we have the jobs. I went to their career site, jobs available. This is other than gaming, right? And Dee can post the links, right? So under here they have let's see, of course they talk about Mark Cuban and Michael Jordan, but let's keep going. And if we keep scrolling down here, esports for entrepreneurs, global opportunities, and let's keep going. Let me find it because it's buried in this page. Hold on. Overwatch, Warcraft, join Riot, and then we go to another one. They got Riot Games, like how do you join at Riot Games, League of Legends, all of the gaming, all of the games under that you can join that too. They have ESL, the Electronic Sports League. If you're a video game developer, if you want to join jobs at Twitch. But let's go back and do esports careers. I'll leave that open and we'll do this. That's what led me to that page. But also, let's go down here, and they have on Indeed esports jobs. But if you look at it, they come up under something else. But these may be people that are holding those jobs for those are recruiters for those jobs. So you see right here, Twitch, a senior security engineer, a senior technical program manager. Under Twitch, another senior security engineer. Skills. I don't know if you all been keeping up with skills. Let's go here. That's been big in trading too, with esports. Let's go back over that. Right here, and you see their careers here. But let's go here, so you know what skills is. All right, so here their featured games that they have for skills: solitaire, dominoes, pool play, so forth and so on. And if we go back to this, you'll see the careers all still falls under esports here. We're still talking about esports. All right. Benefits, their 401k, their equity, health and wellness, team building, giving back, paid time off, offers perks. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find their jobs. Okay, view open roles. They got a director of SEC reporting and technical accounting, head of product and design. Those are probably featured roles. And then when you go into the different positions that they have a content, customer advocacy, design, engineering, and you can see mobile, QA, full stack, mobile, software architect, data, vice president of product engineering. I know some of you spoke about product versus project. Check out their product engineering. Look at the descriptions. See how you compare marketing, operations, and so forth, right? And then if we go back over here to the esports one, you see cloud infrastructure engineer, and you see skills, then you see fandom. So they all fall under, right? So technology everywhere, right? All right. So that's esports, and they are trading under the ticker EBET. EBET is their ticker. All right. So how do you invest in with EBET? I just wanted to say something else. But anyway, you can invest with them right now on Webull. I think Webull is having you do $100 minimum investment. So $100 minimum investment. If you want to get in before IPOs, this is coming out on Monday. All right. So Monday was when they're going. So right now I think they're trading at $4 or $5 or something like that. So you can get them in on this weekend. And then I have one more link. Let me see right here. All right. What esports jobs are available other than the game? Okay, we went through that. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, sports announcers too. That's another one that's big. If you want to be a gaming sports announcer, that's big. And if you've never been to a gaming conference, you should check it out. Super fun. You see everything. Everybody dressed up in their famous character in the whole nine. All right. Next up on our list is Kazoo, and Kazoo is spelled Zoo, Cazoo, Kazoo. All right, all right. Kazoo is out of the UK. They buy used cars online, and as you see, free UK home delivery. It's taking a long time for that to come up, but this is what that looks like. um, for Kazoo. Let's go and get some more information about them. They're on Business Wire. Let's see, let's look up Kazoo Business Wire. B says this link isn't working. Let's get that. Here we go. So they're due to be listed on the stock exchange for $7 billion. They're in business combination with Ajax I. Actually, if you went to Yahoo Finance, this actually comes up under Yahoo Finance here. This is what I found. Let me know if you find something else, Ajax and so forth. So let me know if you find something else. See, 5 day, 1 month. Let me know if you find something else. All right. But it says they are 7 billion in combination with Ajax I. Kazoo is one of Europe's fastest growing digital businesses, growing 300% year over year, with expected 2021 revenues reaching 1 billion. Europe's used car market is a $7 billion opportunity, greater than 2% online, ripe for digital transformation. Kazoo has unparalleled user experience and marketing brand awareness. All right, and then they go on a little bit more into this for Kazoo and Ajax, and they talk about the SPAC being combined, but they're due to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. This came out, let me see, on March the 29th. So fairly recent. So this should be this week. The ticker symbol, the ticker symbol is CZOO. All right, CZOO. All right. So they said Kazoo is pioneering the shift to online car buying in Europe since being founded in 2018. It has delivered 20,000 cars to consumers across the UK who have embraced the selection, transparency, and convenience of buying quality used cars entirely online. Following its recent acquisition, Kazoo is now Europe's leading car subscription player with 6,000 subscribers across the UK. That's interesting. So they have a used car subscription. Let's go back to their website. I didn't see that. Let me see. So you can find a car. You can get, it looks like Audi, Kia, Mercedes. Let's see how it works. From car buying, car quality, car photos, car finance, car outright, receiving your car. Interesting, they have subscribers. When I think about subscribers, I don't know if you all have seen this, like Porsche subscription. Mercedes has one as well too. But you can get into, I spelled that wrong. You can get a Porsche subscription. You can get one from Mercedes. I think I want to say Toyota has one as well too. Don't quote me on that one. But anyway, you can get a subscription, right? So when they say they have subscribers, I'm assuming that people can get used cars under a subscription like this. So a single vehicle subscription or a multi-vehicle subscription. And then under the single vehicle subscription, it's 1,500 miles I think it's 1,500 miles, or it may be 1,500 miles a month. But I think that's 1,500 miles per month, right? And it got $5.95. And then, like, under the subscription, this is what you get under the 1 month subscription, and then under the 3 month subscription. And then they have a multi-vehicle one right here where you can get under the subscription, the accelerator at $3,100 a month. You can switch out from a 911 to a Panamera, which I hear this is the last year of that. I think this is going away because the Cayenne has taken over all the SUVs inside of Porsche. Have really been doing very well, and I think they're doing away with this. FYI, the Cayenne, the 718 Boxster, Cayman, and the Macan, and that's under the subscription. So when they say they have over your leading car subscription player with 6,000 subscribers, this is what I'm thinking that they have. So I guess you can get used cars. You can switch out your used cars. I don't know. I didn't see that on their site, but maybe that's what that is. I have to do some investigation on that one. What else about Kazoo? Okay, so let's go check out their jobs. It takes time to come up. They need a CDN on this side. All right, so working at Kazoo, how can we get in touch? I'm interested. Let's see. Let's click here and then current opportunities. All right, so they have customer service, data analytics. They're out of Germany for data analytics, legal and compliance, marketing, operations, a lot of operations service, volunteer. Let's keep going down. Part-time. Let me keep scrolling here. Okay, product manager. This much. Okay, this is under product. Content designer, product manager, orders, localization, design, engineering, logistics, purchasing, and then under technology, out of Portugal, they're looking for a engineering manager. And out of London, they're looking for a QA engineer. So let's go look at the engineering manager in Lisbon, Portugal. Why did I bring that up? I don't know if you all been following the family with the fire movement. I'll pull that up so you can. I heard this is like the best place to go retire and the cheapest place to go retire. All right, so you'll join a team of engineers with responsibilities for people to delivery and technology. So let's look at Kazoo embraces TDD, test-driven test-driven code or test-driven? It's test-driven something. Let me look that up again. Clean code and values and practices of extreme DevOps and software craftsmanship, including paired programming. You build it, you run it mindset. In other words, don't throw it over the fence. We're not interested in your errors. You fix it. Using your leadership skills, you will support creating a world-class engineering culture. You will be responsible for leading a cross-functional team of software quality engineers working closely with product management and design team. You're accountable for both predictable delivery and high-quality output of your team, and will measure the success of your team through the frequent production of high-quality code and fast pace of delivery to your customers or to our customers. Your skills, if you drop test-driven deployment, TDD. Just came. You will have strong technical background in application development, preferably in a large-scale cloud-based setting with modern software development practices such as CI/CD, continuous integration, and continuous delivery. In case anyone didn't know, you have a passion for developing others. In other words, if you learn something, I preach this in our group all the time. If you know something and you learn it, you teach it. That's the best way to know if you know it or not. Developing others and have experience in managing, motivating, coaching, and mentoring software developers, sometimes for experience than yourself, towards delivery time, high quality software together as a team. Boom. All right. So what they don't say in here is what is their tech stack. That's what I'm not seeing. Is what their tech stack is. So let's go back. I'm just curious as to what their tech stack is. Let's look at a software engineer full stack. That really probably should list it. Okay, so here we go. They got some Java, they got some Python, some C Sharp, some C. Now they're the mindset of DevSecOps. Here we go. But still no AWS, Azure, what have you. I wonder if they have their own. Interesting. But when I was talking about the little group, the couple. So if you go on YouTube, and you look up fire movement, and look up Lisbon. I spelled that so wrong, but anyway, this couple right here, they retired to Portugal, right? And they live in Lisbon, and they did the fire movement, and there's a lot of other people that have done the fire movement. So if you're interested, if you're interested in that job that's in Lisbon, I heard that is like one of the premier spots to retire to, and also you have someone you can reach out to who's already there. See, boom, see how to make that connection. Bam, I like it. All right, moving on. So now we're gonna move on to this company called Soma Logic. Soma Logic. And it's so funny. I'm gonna tell you why it's funny to me. So you look up somalogic.com. There's also a tech company out there called Soma Logic. So funny to me. They're so close together. Yeah, Sumo Logic right here. See? So when they say Soma, I'm like, oh, it's the same company, but it's not. Theirs is with a U, theirs is with a O. Interesting. All right, so let's pull up more information about them here. All right, Soma Logic is going to go public through a SPAC merger in a SPAC merger of 1.23 billion. This came out on the 29th. Soma Logic said on a Monday, Soma Logic Inc. said on Monday it will merge with activist investor Keith Meister, backed by special purpose or SPAC, in a deal that values the protein analysis company at 1.23 billion. And that's all the information they had on that one. So I took the liberty to go out and get more information, because that's just what I do. I like to keep you full of information, and not to confuse you, but just to keep you full of information. That's just what I do. All right. So here, Protomics. Hey man, don't do that. I don't want to keep scrolling down. There you go. Protomics company Soma Logic is to chase 1.2 billion valuation with a SPAC, and then they come down here and they say is a unicorn among unicorns. Not only did the company, which builds AI-powered technology for protein analysis, wait to close its Series A round until it had more than 2 decades of experience under its belt, but it quickly followed up with its $214 million fundraising late last year, with the news to go public. This says the weird thing about Soma Logic is that we're Series A at age 21, so they've been around 21 years. So so that puts us slightly in a different category, which means they've been proven. They've been around 21 years. Great investment on that. There's like, okay, if you're the right SPAC partner, then you get more than just money. You get the expertise and help to grow the business beyond just the cash that you bring in. In other words, we got skills. That's what they're trying to say. It says right here, it says the measurement for further analyzed by AI machine learning algorithm alongside a database of more than 450,000 samples. Currently available tests can determine cardiovascular risk, glucose tolerance, body fat percentage, resting energy rate, and more. And a recent paper demonstrated the technology's ability to to monitor long-term effects on COVID. So let's go COVID-19, COVIDity. All right, here we go. Here's the paper, in case anyone is actually interested. An application of 27 protein candidate cardiovascular surgeon endpoint to track risk ascendancy and resolution in COVID-19. So if you're interested in it, some people like to read these papers and check it out, see what they're talking about. Some people are like, I'm not interested, but they have their research out there, which is really cool. You can actually go look and see what they're talking about. All right, so now let's look at, let's see, I got a note in here. What's my note? It says the deal is projected to close in the third quarter of 2021. When CMLS2 will take on the Soma Logic name and be listed on the NASDAQ as SLGC, Soma Logic's existing management team will continue to oversee operations, but several more life sciences industry leaders will be added to the board of directors. So that's just a little bit more information about them. All right, let's go to their careers and check out their careers. All right, so it looks like they're let me see, they're in Boulder, they got remote, they're in Western, so they're all over. So they've been around 21 years. So most definitely. All right, let's see. They got in-house counsel, bioinformatics, principal data architect, senior engineer, system development and integration. It sounds like 3 jobs in one, but I am not the one to judge. That's just what it sounds like to me. Quality engineer, a director of customer support, senior program manager, and program development. Let's look at these 3 right here because I'm curious. Let's go with the senior engineer, system development and integration. Okay. All right. Let's blow this up. Work with outside vendors and contractors for design improvements and implementation of equipment. Develop liquid handling protocols of TACON, EVO, and TCON fluent equipment. All right. Kappa and FEMA processes, troubleshoot failures, participate in design reviews, and make recommendations for measuring and improving product and quality ability. Did I click on the right thing? Interesting. Generate documentation with Soma Logic quality management system that includes preparing standard operating procedures, SOPs, IQs, OQs, PQ plans, equipment operating and maintenance instructions, changeover processes, batch records, validation plans, validation reports, and technical reports. And like I said, it sounded like 3 jobs in one. And PhD with 4 years of equivalent experience, a master's degree if you got 12, or a bachelor's with 14. They're looking for someone who's been in chemical engineering, process engineering, mechanical engineering. Proficiency programming with Python, RStudio, Java, Igor, MATLAB. I don't see someone as a chemical engineer knowing Python. And I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing that. Maybe an electrical engineer. Maybe someone who's worked on equipment and over time they've gotten that, but I don't see that. Ability to work in a fast-paced environment with strict deadlines and so forth, and everything. So that sounds like hands-on and some of everything else. That's what it sounds like to me. All right, senior program manager. High level dedication, drive, facilitate, manage, and influence stakeholders to scope, plan, execute, and deliver. Scope, plan, execute, and deliver. Be agile. Cross-functional communications. Facilitate solutions for complex issues. In other words, stop the fight and let's get busy. Establish and lead proactive, transparent, and effective communications to ensure a timely dissemination of information with project teams and stakeholders. Generate, maintain project design, bachelor's degree. Here we go. 10 years of project management experience. demonstrated cross-functional team and influence, acute attention to detail with a proactive and flexible working style. And work remote with regular in-office time or office environment. So you can be remote with this one. So if somebody's interested in a program, and they give you the pay range right here. See, boom, they tell you 90 to 140, company paid medical, dental, and vision. So they take care of that. Cool. All right. So that was Soma Logic. All right. The next one, it was kind of confusing on what this one was. I'm gonna bring it up, but I believe it is the firm called Waverly Capital Acquisition Corp. One. Their filing said in a filing that it will sell 30 million units consisting of shares and warrants at $10. So let's go show you what I'm talking about here. Blank check firm backed by former Warner Music CEO files for 300 million US IPO. A blank check backed by Edgar Bronfman Jr., the former CEO of Warner Music Group, on Tuesday filed 300 million. Oh, that reminds me of another one. Oh, United something came out with the music. Steve Stout. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Who also is the CEO of Universal Studios, moved WMG rapidly into digital side of music, upping in sales and so forth. Hold on, why this is on my mind. Derail for a second. Steve, it was on. I posted it. Steve Stout, United music. It came out this week. It was on Yahoo Finance. Yeah, it was okay. Here you go. United Masters. Apple leads. Let me go back. Apple leads $50 million investment round in Steve Stout United Masters, joined by Alphabet and Anderson Horowitz. And that was on Yahoo Finance. I posted this. You can go on YouTube and look this up. But this is for the actual this is for the those that don't want to sign to a big music conglomerate. You just want to be solo and do your thing. This is what this platform is for. And there are others that were said to be invested in this particular platform as well too. Sidebar. Just a sidebar. All right. So yep, that's that one. Let me see if there's anything else in here. No. All right. So here's a list of the shareholders for that Waverly, the Waverly Capital Acquisition Group. Here's Brofman, Daniel Leaf, Alan Hendricks, and you can see they all have like 45,000 shares into this right here, and this is set to go public. So I didn't find out more information. If somebody got more information on this one right here, please post it inside of the chat or post it in Slack. I didn't do a lot of digging on this one right here because I was confused as to what it was falling under, in terms of like, okay, what is the actual SPAC and so forth. I mean, not SPAC, but the actual ticker. So if you click on this just leads you to this page here. So you can probably scroll up in here and probably find out more information. I know I'm scrolling fast. Let me scroll up right here. So they kind of talk about it a little bit up in here. They all talk about the amount to be registered. And you already see what's out there. Here's their warrants. Proposed maximum aggregate of 345 million at $10 per unit. And then they just kind of go into it right here and talk about their findings and the SEC filing and so forth. All right. So the next one we're going to look at is PaySafe. Their ticker symbol is PSEF. I said it wrong. PSFE is their ticker symbol. All right, so let's pull them up. Here it is right here, PaySafe Ltd. All right, so if you go out 5 days, 1 month, 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 5 years, and then the max. As you can see, they go back here and got a little volatility and a big dip, and then just shut up right here. All right, so let's look at who they are and what they do. All right, PaySafe completes its business combination with Foley Transamine acquisition transaction and move to capital markets expected to accelerate growth, enhance margins, and build up PaySafe M&A strategy. PaySafe Holdings is a leading specialized payments platform, and they are, I guess, in combination with Foley Transamine acquisition, which is BFT, and then they got warrants as well too. And so does PaySafe. They have warrants. PSFE.WS is what their warrants under. So they specialize in payments with a two-sided consumer and merchant network whose core purpose is to enable business and consumers around the world to connect and transact seamlessly through payment process and digital wallets, including the Skrill and Netular brands. That's what they came up with. So now let's go over to the PaySafe website so you can check them out. PaySafe Solutions, and this is their website. I'm not accepting the cookies, but business at scale, leading in security, connections you need, plug into PaySafe. I guess companies that they work with here. Our latest thinking roadmap to SCA. Impact of COVID on U.S. sports betting. Why tackling financial inclusion will be key to the U.S. COVID-19 recovery. Are women more financially excluded than men? And they got to get started today. So now let's click on their careers. Oh, you won't let me? No problem. I got it right here. Boom. All right. So here's their careers. Plug into PlaySafe and make it happen. We can explore their roles. And this is .eu, so it's coming up overseas. All right. So let's just do a search. It's 205 jobs, so they should return all of them. So Android, security engineer for automation and technology, cybersecurity analyst, director ISO of is an agent sales. Let's get this to list 100 on a page here. A UX designer, senior project manager, VIP, a relationship manager in the US, chef d'equipped administration des systems Windows. In other words, a team lead for Windows systems administration, a specialist in marketing, network automation engineer, DevOps engineer, data architect, project manager. There's that Skrill position that info that they were talking about. So look at DevOps engineer, and then let's look at risk system analyst. Oh, my word today. PaySafe. All right, DevOps engineer or analyst. I don't know why I keep screwing that word up. Be part of DevOps team in Sophia. Split it up a little bit. All right. Experience with system administration, infrastructure, DevOps role, CI, CD. You know the routine. Ansible, Puppet, Jenkins, Maven, Miracle. Probably Jenkins and Maven probably preferred there. Git, just understanding Git. So they're probably checking their code into looks like maybe a bit bucket or something like that, and then they're using Jenkins to push it out. They're using Rails, CentOS, Ubuntu, apt and RPM. Apt is under Ubuntu, RPM is under Relic CentOS. Network fundamentals and troubleshooting. Advantages if you understand big data, Hadoop, Apache Spark, HBase, Oracle Golden Gate for big data, which you can go and get part of this training for free on Oracle's website. Kafka, I know you can get that learning for free as well too. See multiple career progression opportunities in a dynamic in-house business, competitive remuneration and social benefits package, 25 paid leave, health, a sports card, a working life coach program, team events, company discounts, and variety of soft skill business and technical training programs. That's pretty good. I admit that's pretty good. Fun and collaborative, and one of the top 10 best design offices in the world. That's pretty good. If they're giving you a work life coaching program, that's in house. That could go a long way for free, especially if you interested in moving up and scaling up into another position. All right, let's go back. I wanted to look at the risk analysis. Well, we're here. Let's look at cybersecurity analysts. All right. To do change management, supports to improve information data security, FSA, PCI DSS, KPIs, KRIs, 2 to 3 years, information security, a bachelor's degree in computer science or related field, excellent written and verbal, understanding security best practices such as change management, vulnerability management, and service management. I didn't see anything in here that was like, hey, we need for you to implement any, like, you know, use this particular tool in order to do these things. I don't see anything like that, but I'm sure they probably have something. Let me see. Oh, here we go, right here. To be successful, you need to have protocols, to understand these protocols, IDS, IPS, endpoint security, Power BI. Okay, here we go. This is the hands-on right here. PCI DSS, proactiveness. That's great. And that's it. So that is PaySafe. So now let's get into this company called Plus. This is a self-driving truck. Before I continue, let me make sure I got everybody on here. Shout out, hey Crystal, how you doing? Howard is good. What's going on, Stacy? How you doing? Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, it's our rich journey. That was it. Hey Mary, how you doing? Thank you for joining us today. All right, this one right here is self-driving trucks. All right. So the startup is called Plus. They raised some extra money of 220 million. You can see Beijing, San Francisco. So U.S. autonomous truck startup Plus said on Wednesday it raised 220 million from investors, an extension of 200 million funding round in February as the global auto industry looks for a driverless future. They talk about the SPAC they're coming out of. See, the latest funding round was led by Fountain Vest Partners and Clearview Partners. Plus said in a statement, other investors included Quanta Computer Inc. and Millennium Technology. I think they're already out. I want to say. Yeah, see, Plus filed for a U.S. IPO earlier this month. Our self-driving companies such as Velodyne, Luminar Technologies, Avaya have recently filed to go public, banking on a historic boom in the U.S. capital markets. So check them out. Dee can post this link here. I also went a little deeper with this one because we all know the $2 trillion Biden plan. We talked about this when it first came out. We talked about it a long time ago. A lot of people have been talking about it this week, just kind of reiterating when we're talking about this. And we're going to talk about some other stuff. But I found this Reddit thread on just different things that are being targeted. This actually comes up under here. for Plus. Plus is a part of this thread that's being talked about as well in here. So if you get a chance to dig into it, you probably like this thread. It goes on forever. I'm not gonna be the dead horse. You can see where they're talking about pay safe in here as well too. So just take a look through here about different ones, different things under that initiative, and what's being said on Reddit as well too. All right, so let's go back and look at this one. All right, I hope this comes up. It may block me. All right, Sequoia-backed driverless truck startup seeks a SPAC merger. All right, so this is again talking about Plus. You see, it's backed by Sequoia. They talk about Plus is also working with Goldman Sachs and will start a roadshow for additional financing via private investments in public equity. That's what it is. That's what it is. Input private investments in public equity is that pipe that we always see. The transaction after it chose as a SPAC. The people added representatives for Plus and Goldman Sachs declined to comment. And then they go on to talk a little bit more about the alliance and the network and so forth and everything. So now let's look at Plus careers. Oops, let me bring that back. Oopsie, sorry, my screen. All right, let's go up here and look at Plus SPAC careers. All right, join our team. Let's see if that's Space Plus. We don't want Space Plus. We want Plus careers. And I don't think it's gonna come up if I type that, but we'll try. All right, let me see. I wonder if this is it or is this it? I'm not sure. Let's go Plus Sequoia. That's what I was worried about. I didn't research this one last night. Sequoia, or yeah, let's look up Sequoia. All right, that's Sequoia Holdings. We don't want them. We want Plus Jobs. Oh, I got another way we can look it up. We do it like this: Plus driverless trucks, and that should bring us to Plus.ai. Here we go. All right, they're applying autonomous driving technology to trucks today. All right, let's look at their technology. All right, they give localization mapping, deep learning modules. We talked about deep learning a few weeks back. If you go to fast.ai, start looking at that. And if you went on YouTube and look up MIT Open Course, they talk about deep learning as well as edX as well too. Sensor redundancy, software redundancy, compute redundancy, right? They give a little bit about each one of those. All right, now let's go look at their careers. What do you think their careers are going to have? Drop in the comments what you think careers are going to come up. Before I click on it, let me see. Let me see if anybody's paying attention. Drop me just one thing you think is going to come up. If you were doing driverless autonomous cars, I'm thinking that we would want to see security, right? We would want to see analytics, data analytics. I'm thinking we're going to want to see something in the cloud because we're moving. We got to gather data, automation engineer. What else? Who else? You know what? If another person doesn't respond, it's okay because Erica, machine learning. D, I think we got some contestants. We got some contestants for the giveaway. I think we got some contestants for the mug. What you thinking, D? We got automation and machine learning. Who you think gonna win, Erica or Kevin? Let's go. Let's find out. All right, we got business management. Okay, here we go. We got machine learning. I see machine learning. Let me see. You had automation engineer. Let me see. Do I see anything automation engineer? Let's see. Engineer, technician, driver. No. Kevin won. Kevin got you. Kevin got you, Erica. All right. Make sure in Slack, Kevin, you give D your address for the win for the mug. Look, just spontaneous giveaway there. All right, so let's look up, since you said machine learning, let's look up machine learning scientists, and then we'll go back and look at um IT manager possibly. All right, so again, they got Python, PhD, um, state of the art perks. I mean, they're not really giving me a lot other than strong experience with Python and C++, comprehensive state of the art machine learning tools applied to setting, past experience in deep reinforcement learning into practical applications. They want you to be published, at least spoke at conferences, or at least have a paper out there. All right, so let's go back. Let's go and look at their DevOps engineer. All right, they want you to have, there it is, AWS and its APIs, understanding Java, SQL, public cloud, advanced computer integration environment, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Wi-Fi VPN, shell scripting, understanding REST, deep understanding of web technologies, HTTP, TLS, and REST. That would make sense. Embedded related tools and applications. I don't think you need to have all of these things. You just need to have some of these things, right? You just by the by default, you're gonna, if you're working with Kubernetes, you're gonna have experience with containers. If you're working with containers, you're gonna have experience with Docker or other containers. You're just gonna run across them. All right. So let's go back, and then let's also look at the IT manager. The IT manager set up support, including Wi-Fi, automating routine tasks, passion for playing a generalist IT administrator, strong Linux Unix, InfoSec experience. Remember what I tell you all the time: cloud, security, Linux. Knowledge and experience with industry standard automation, configuration, strong communication, industry leader, Silicon Valley, blah, 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 lunch, you know, boom. So they're looking for as an IT manager. All right. And I'll do one more. I always like to give love to um, other areas of tech. So let's look at motion planning as a software engineer. C++, Python, PhD or MS in computer science, or equivalent practical experience. Preferred candidates have experience in mobile robotics, geometric modeling, and trajectory generation. All right, and building on modern planning system. So this is in Silicon Valley, and the company is called Plus. All right. Now on to the big announcement this week was, and we had some big ones that have came out. But let me back up a minute and show you where you can go get information on what's coming out and what's available. So there is what we call the IPO calendar, right? So here, recently priced IPOs. Everybody knew about Coursera that came out. Did you know that DigitalOcean went public? Here's another list, just listings of everybody that went public over the past month. Byte, and so forth. So D can post this link so you can check this out. But we're gonna pivot now, right? And I don't know if anybody been paying attention to this right here. RKX. All right, so let's go. I don't know why you want to go there, but just type RKX. All right. So this is Kathy Wood, space exploration ETF that came out. I think it came out Tuesday, say 5 days ago. But here's $30 billion cap. Let's see who's in it. See, does she have a listing of the companies? Nav. I think she's going for some other. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. Trimble, 3D printing ETF, Crotis, JD.com, Iridium, Lockheed Martin is up at 369. They rolling. Boeing, Thales. So these are all the companies. So if you want to find out, if you want to invest in this is the space. This is the space funding or the space ETF. And then they got a little bit more. So that's just these are what I'm calling honorable mentions right now. The next one that I want to mention is this one. I don't know if anybody paid attention to what happened with Lilium. That was the one I was interested in. I knew it was gonna get swooped up. Oh, come on. Anyway, they got swooped up at 33 billion. Let me see if I could find Lilium uh acquisition. All right. See Quell's business, Linium, Flying Star to go public, aviation, SPAC deal. Let me see. Yeah, but they got swooped up. The post merger is expected to receive $830 million from the deal. You remember that flying little jet, right? See, the transaction with officials announced Tuesday implies a pro forma enterprise of 2.4 billion, pro forma equity value at 3.3 billion for the combined company. It's expected to close in the second quarter, at which point the combined company will trade under the Nasdaq under LILM. LILM is what it's going to change into. I can't find it where. Yeah, the former GM acquires the startup. They got acquired. Lilium got acquired. So I think I might have found my other one. Let me post this. Quill takes on. Yep. Senate combination. Oh yeah, former president of General Motors. So there's a little bit more information about them. Let me see. Do we have time to do our other ones? We do. All right. I'll finish these out. DigitalOcean. You can look them up. They're on that page that I talked about with all of the ones that went public. This one right here that I'm getting ready to post is called 5Edge. This is called 5Edge. And you can look up jobs. We can look at jobs at DigitalOcean too. They're always hiring. A SPAC called 5Edge. This is what I call being messy. SPAC called 5Edge wants to go public under the ticker ARK. So I don't know why they want to use ARK and Kathy Wood has ARK. This is me being messy for posting this messy post as well too. Like, why would you want to do that? This is just being messy. Oh yeah, got you. I see the paywall reader thing there. All right, so the next one we want to talk about is ProCaps. We talked about them before in one of our other channel and other channels and in another information in another talk we did. Anyway, they're out of Latin America. I don't know if you remember that we talked about this pharmaceutical situation with them and what they have going on. Uh, They're the top in Latin America and 3 globally volume of soft gel production capacity. They do the soft gel production. Their initial valuation of 1.1 billion and is expected to have an estimated 300 million gross in cash. All right, 300 million gross in cash. Let's see. Did I talk about? I looked them up before, and I like their jobs were in Spanish. And last but not least, this is an honorable mention as well too. I don't know if anybody saw this right here. We're gonna let this come up, but the building a mineable holographic blockchain. Anybody see that? See, a group of Ethereum and Monero developers are apparently building an anonymous cryptocurrency that would be mineable with GPUs on their holographic blockchain. So you can check that out. You can post that link. This was aired 16 hours ago. So go ahead and check that out. All right, let me get to the comments. Make sure I didn't miss anything from anybody. Congratulations there, Kevin, on one of your mugs. And you get a mug. I saw that, D. All right. Any other questions before we get out of here? Any recaps that we need to go over? Drop them in the comment. But remember, at 2 o'clock, we'll be back with 10 minutes ago. That's right. We're coming back. I know, 2 in 1 day from us. I know D is like about to die, but we love her though. Anyway, 10 minutes ago, it'll be with Vladimir Vivian. We'll go over setting up your environment. What is Go? Why is it important? You've seen some of the stuff some of the jobs we looked at include Go programming or Python or C along those lines. And let us know what you're thinking, and let us know if you like what we're doing. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you don't miss out. And please tell your friends. All right. I'll talk to y'all next week. I'm glad you made it as well too. You're welcome. Yep, that does seem promising. I mean, I got a whole lot of other blockchain stuff. I've just been putting stuff together. But check it out and let us know what you think. And also as well, make sure that you come back at 2, or just at least rewatch it after we post it. All right, it's only 10 minutes of your time. All right, thank you everybody. See you next week.